Here's my Fortnite Save the World in-depth weapon review on the Santa's Little Helper. As always, a like on the video is appreciated. Using my supporter creator code Salvaje is also appreciated. Let's get right into the video. Get this launcher is the best launcher in the game. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed my Fortnite Save the World in-depth weapon review for the Santa's Little Helper. And if you enjoyed the video, of course, feel free to subscribe. Okay, fine, I'll go a little bit more in depth into it, but long story short, this is definitely a must-have launcher. It's the best launcher in Fortnite Save the World when it comes down to massive amounts of damage numbers. I really enjoyed my time testing this launcher. However, there are a couple of weaknesses that hold this launcher back. So I wouldn't really say that it is the most consistent and best overall launcher in Fortnite Save the World, but again, it is the best launcher when it comes down to straight up damage values. Let's just jump into, how powerful this thing is. So this thing at power level 82 does more damage than a level 106 bazooka. Let that sink in for a minute, right? That means that if you take a level 82 SLH into a level 100 destroy the encampments, this launcher is going to be putting in more work than a level 106 bazooka. That's how powerful this launcher is. Throughout my testing, I realized that this thing is just basically going to melt down any basic husk. Okay, if there's a lot of husks grouped up together and they're all basic, they're just going to get completely exterminated. Like, there's just no other way around it. Now, another thing that I realized also is that when it comes down to husky husks, you shoot 2 rockets at them and they're also going to be deleted. And of course, last but not least, another thing that I realized, this thing does massive damage to mist monsters. Smashers and blasters are going to get completely destroyed. However, since it is a projectile weapon, this thing is going to struggle greatly against takers. In fact, if there's a lot of takers in the air, you definitely need to take out a weapon that can take out takers, because if you don't do that, you're going to get completely annihilated by them. Trust me, it's something that happened to me a couple of times as I was testing the weapon. I wanted to originally test out this weapon in a level 100 destroy the encampment with a team. However, there is no one playing level 100 destroy the encampments at the time of me making this video, but I basically got all of the testing by playing a level 100 destroy the encampments for the first couple of minutes. And something that I realized is this weapon's sort of weaknesses. The reload speed on this thing is really bad, so you absolutely want a reload speed perk on this weapon. And on top of all that, another thing that I realized is that this weapon's durability runs out extremely quickly. Now, obviously, that's why I don't think this launcher is the best launcher in Fortnite Save the World, because a launcher that can dish out pretty consistent damage, has pretty decent durability, and can last for a couple of missions thanks to that durability is, of course, the Noble launcher, right? On top of all that, the Noble launcher is basically just going to take out basic husk with almost next to no effort, and it can take out up to more basic husk because of its ability to, of course, sort of spread out and do this massive laser, as you guys have seen in many of my Noble launcher gameplays. However, that doesn't mean that the SLH isn't a bad launcher. I really do believe that when it comes down to just raw damage values, this thing is just a straight up nightmare. And again, I really do think that you need to get this launcher. Another bad thing that this launcher has is that if there's a lot of husks grouped up together, you are going to completely obliterate all of the basic husks that are, of course, grouped up together. But the husks that didn't die with that initial blast are going to be, of course, spread out, which means that you're not going to be getting the most value out of your rockets, which is, of course, something that you're supposed to do when it comes down to this launcher. You want to be getting as many husks that are grouped up as fast as possible, so that, of course, you can maximize your rockets because of the low durability that the launcher has. And that is something that holds back the launcher back a little bit. But let's be honest here, if you're a high-end Twine Peak player or a high-end Candy Valley player, you probably have like 1,000 Malachite or Obsidian, which means that the durability isn't going to be much of an issue, which is why I can't really say that the low durability is a bad thing on the launcher. And the fact that it spreads out husk isn't really, something that is a big deal. If you get the reload speed also to legendary on this launcher, I'm pretty sure that you're going to be able to easily solo level 100 encampments. However, something that I realized throughout me playing level 100 encampments by myself with this launcher is that I was basically just getting overwhelmed by husk, because even though I was dishing out massive amounts of damage and I was erasing every single husk in front of me, the slow reload speed would hold me back. So again, make sure that you get a reload speed all the way up to legendary when it comes down to this launcher. I don't know if I said this already, but I'm going to say it again. Oh yeah, I said it already. This launcher melts mist monsters, so definitely feel free to use this thing against a smasher or a blaster. Last but certainly not least, this launcher is extremely exceptional in a team-based environment. I actually gave 2 launchers to 2 of my teammates in this mission that you guys are seeing in the background. and basically the husk never ever got to our base. And they were level 100 husk, by the way. It was a 4-player level 88 mission, I believe. Anyways, long story short, boys, exceptional launcher. When it comes down to recommended perks, I went with an overall damage build. However, I believe you can have up to 2 critical damages on this launcher, which means if you have a critical rating, critical damage build with this launcher, which I kind of recommend, honestly, because you don't really lose out on anything since the launcher has amazing base damage. Long story short, a crit rating, crit damage build for this launcher would be completely destructive. I just didn't personally go with it because I didn't want to waste a lot of my reperks, since we of course have that new shotgun, which you guys should be seeing the review of tomorrow. Anyways, last but not least, star rating. 5 out of 5 stars. It's a must have. Get the weapon. Use my supporter creator code Salvaje, and see you guys in the next one. Peace.